Good practice today. It was good to get back out here. You know, we didn't have I didn't see y'all yesterday, having no media, but after viewing the film, I really was very encouraged by so many good things in that game, and really appreciate our players' preparation and their work ethic and their fight and their desire to get that game won. And obviously disappointed we didn't come up with a few more plays, and we'll work on that, but love their effort. And you know, it's a good time for our bye week to get out here and continue to build on the good things we're doing and work on the areas that we need improvement. So excited about this week and this opportunity.
Questions? Is this a week where you look at guys down the depth chart a little bit more to see if maybe some other guys can help you?
You do. Yeah, you definitely do. We need to look at some options. Obviously, this week is for the rest of this year, for the next game, and as we move forward with this season, and then also for the young guys, I want to challenge them to, you know, improve. You know, we lose some good experience off this team, and there were some great examples of that Saturday, just with the way we responded and the way the guys fought and hung in there and looked for a way to win that game. But there is some opportunity this week to look at some ways to create some plays, and looking at our options and you know, some of the speed at wide receiver, and trying to find some ways to maybe get some of those guys that aren't getting as many reps on the field.
How's Ahmad Wagner doing? He was a guy you mentioned in camp was needing to come on.
He is a guy that's, you know, intriguing in that way, that, you know, could step up as well. As you know, when you're not getting that many plays, it's hard to rotate, and you're not just out there pitching and catching. It's hard to just rotate those guys in that type of a game. But he is a guy that you think about, because we've been working with him, and as we go good against good, he has that great size, and he could go up over people at times and create that play that we're looking for. And again, if you look at Texas A&M going into that game, Clemson was in the same situation we are. They just went up with 2 different times and just simply went up over them and made great individual plays. Otherwise, they had the same problems with 3 and outs. So, and we know how good they are offensively. So, but we do got to look for options. Ahmad is one of them, and Zaire may be another one with the speed that he has.
Are there things on offense that you'd like to see improve after you watch that film?
For sure, absolutely. And we all, you know, can improve and get better in certain areas. And offensively, there's a lot of room for improvement, just like there is defensively and special teams. So, again, and I don't mean to beat a dead horse, but we're going to build on the good things we're doing and continue to do those, and try to work on the areas where we're falling short.
Defensively, what are some of those things that you want to build on?
Well, just complete, you know, a complete game and complete execution, and take nothing away from A&M or us. But I mean, we had a chance, you know, again, we had opportunities there on the scoring drives to not get them to them. And I was really impressed, you know, coming out of there. I felt like our guys played exceptionally well, and after watching the film, I was very encouraged. I think it was, you know, again, arguably one of the better games since I've been here, the way we played defensively. And there's still things we could do better, and that's just it, whether it be communication, execution, and just seeing things. Now they're seeing some things they're seeing it unbelievably well. They've seen a lot of football, some of these guys, and they're playing really good at a high level. But there's things we could do better.
How much has it helped with the start, really, and keeping them focused and keeping their attitude on, really just keep going on what they did?
Yeah, I mean, that's what this group, they're really not, they've been really good to this point about staying on task and just staying on the message, and they reiterate the message sometimes before I get to it, which is a good thing. And so, you know, you're starting to see that. Our defense, you know, you go into our meetings on Friday, and you know, you see things where they're already in there. They're already on the board talking about the things we must do and anticipating it. And so, you know, that makes me very excited. The way just they're approaching things, the way they practice, and the way they, you know, they care. They, you know, truly, you know, I've said it for years, and you know, I'm not sure we always live to that standard, but I mean, you know, every yard's personal and every point's personal, and they're starting to play that way.
penalty problems kind of popped up the last 2 games. What do you think is the cause of that? How do you nip that out?
Yeah, I think, again, you know, the last 2 games, and I mentioned it after South Carolina, and I thought in this game, the situation, you know, affected us at times. And that can't happen. And if you want to win and win consistently, so we have to address that. And part of it is, you know, the aggressive fouls that you know sometimes are going to happen, but the pre-snap penalties and things of that nature we can't have, you know, and just got to continue to work on it and harp on it. Some of the best teams I've ever been on were highly penalized because of the aggressive nature of the team. So I'm not saying I want that. Obviously, you can't have some of that, but we'll continue to work through it.
Where do you feel like a loss like this going forward can really help, you know, keep maintaining that balance?
Well, I don't know if winning ever really helps you that way. I mean, it shouldn't. We don't need the motivation, that's for sure. Our guys were prepped to win the game, and I love their approach. There's things that we could do better, and part of it is our composure. And you know, I felt like the situation affected us some. I talked about the way it affected the quarterback. I think it affected us pre-snap with some penalties. It affected us a little bit with our frustration. And you got to realize that sometimes you're going to be in a game like that, and you know, we got to find a way to adapt and handle it and make plays to win the game.
How's the health of the team right now?
We're in pretty good shape. We're fairly healthy. So
Drake okay? I know
Drake's not out here today, so he'll be out a few days. So hopefully he'll be back next week. I'm not sure how long, but he should be just a few days.
Is there a possibility for Vandy, or do you think you're looking at?
I don't think Vandy. No, I don't think so. We're not counting on that.
You thought the defense would be better this year. Did you think it would be this much better?
I was hoping it would be this much better. I felt like we had the guys to do it, and it's their mentality, it's their maturity, and again, they've seen a lot, but it's their approach, you know, and how important it is to them, and you know, that's half the battle on defense, and you know, they're winning one-on-ones, and like I've told you for years, you know, I know what good defense looks like, and there's not a lot of the magic to it. You know, you just got to get guys in the right spots, but they have to have that burning desire to play at a high level and play for each other and play unselfish and you know, win their one-on-ones, and they're winning. We're winning our fair share.
What has Terry done well through the first half of the season, and where do you want to see him improve?
He's managed the game well. You know, I think in this last game we all know, and he knows, there's things that he could have done better, and that was addressed. But he's coachable. He'll learn from that, and he will get better from that alone, in the experience. But you know, I think just managing the game, putting us in a situation to win each and every game, you know, has been one of his strengths. Obviously, you know, in the passing game and vision, and you know, just that. You know, the timing of things needs to improve, and the confidence, you know, of the people around him needs to improve as well.
He's West, the way he just always seems to be around the ball. Was that something that you saw in him before he got hurt, or is that something that he's really developed? Like you say, you're just seeing a lot of football.
I think a little bit of everything. You know, he was good coming out and very strong and sudden, and he had, you know, he's a quick twitch guy, and but just playing at that position, you need to play and see things and have a feel for things, and he's still getting better. That's the good thing, is he still has upside because he missed those years playing. So you know, I think that's really helping him.
When you ask any defensive guy about Darius, their eyes sort of light up and they get a different tone about them. What is it about him that sort of drives people?
I think just, you know, he's got the alpha dog mentality a little bit, you know, and you know, that's a good thing. But you know, he'd be the first one to tell you, you know, he's really grown a lot, you know, just you know, mentally putting it all together, and just you know how hard it is throughout the whole season, and you know, concentrating each and every day, all you know, meetings and practice. It gets long, but he's been much better, much more consistent in that way.
Mark, I know none of the receivers really have a
a ton of catches, but Taven only has 2
Mhm.
in the first half. Is he a guy you'd like to get going a little bit more?
We would. We need to get that. You know, we need to get him going or that position going, and we definitely do. And there's things that we can do. You know, within the offense to be intentional about getting them the ball and getting that position the ball. But there's also things, you know, that those players, you know, that all the players can do better as well. So that's mutual.
Did Chris Oates earn more snaps moving forward with how he played in the first?
He did some good things, and you know, Chris is one of those guys. He's got a great attitude, and he realized it. He's like, you know, he came off and he was telling coaches, he's like, yeah, that is a little more physical than I thought. And he's a big physical guy, you know. So yeah, we said, yeah, welcome. So
Anybody else?
I think things you can do. I know that I think you were on Leach talking about the Josh Allen penalties, and it's clear to a lot of people that he's being held.
I did not say that.
You did not say that.
Fans have asked you about that.
Yeah.
So, is that something you can take to the league and say, "Can we look at this? Can we talk about this?" Or how does that work?
Yes, I can take it to the league, and I'm not at liberty to discuss what they tell me, or I will be fined.
You may not want to discuss this, but about Mike, and have you talked to him since it happened on Sunday?
Yeah, I have talked to Mike. Oh yeah, I've talked to him about every day. So yeah, it's an unfortunate situation. I really feel for Mike and what he's going through, and but Mike's a very good football coach. He's won a lot of championships, and you know, sometimes it doesn't work, and he's a big man with broad shoulders, and Mike takes things like a man, and he's disappointed, but you know, he'll be just fine. So
Everybody good?
yeah.
All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you.